dinging at me.
Yeah, you can mute it for.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna do that right now. Actually, hello, happy Friday, everybody. My
hello.
Telegram is opened and it's yelling at me every freaking 5 seconds, which is good because it means things are picking up on. They're picking up.
Slowly picking up. Yes.
Can we even say slowly anymore? I don't. It doesn't feel slow to me. Now, is it like 10,000 people? No, but like, is it expanding geometrically? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I have to agree with that, but we're not there. We're not yet where I would like us to.
Oh
be.
yes. Okay. Tell me where you would like us to be in 6 months. Like the things that we're doing and the things that we're learning, that pace of increase continues for 6 months. Where do you think we land?
Then I think we should make it to 10,000 views for our Nifty Show videos, at least for each view.
For each video?
Yes.
Fuck rock and roll.
Come on, it's not that much if you
It's
think
not,
about
but
it.
like for Wax, I mean, I don't think we ever got anything like that for Wax. Don't get me wrong. Like, keep threatening me with a good time.
I agree, but if we're not getting that on Wax, then I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'll go somewhere else.
Keep threatening me with a good time.
10,000 views. That's what we need. 10,000 views every day.
That's terrifyingly awesome. Okay, so here's how we do this. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of work in the background because I totally agree. By the way, we got like 120 something, almost 130 people did the bounty yesterday. The referral thing totally worked. Anybody who got over 10 points is getting 2 NFTs. There's 2 people that got over 20 points. They're going to get an extra one. So they're going to get 3 from yesterday. So, rock and roll on the referral stuff, guys, because I'm going to do it tiered like that. Depending on the numbers or whatever, people are going to get more and more stuff. And then, of course, we can keep expanding the viewer base for the show and get to ones pretty aggressively awesome 10,000 views. I mean that
scary goal.
Dude, this is one of the many reasons why I love working with you, because goals should always be that way, right? Like, is it possible? Yes, should be possible always, right? But does it make you like at least a little bit scared? Yes, perfect.
Does it make you uncomfortable? Yes, a lot. So yeah, it's very uncomfortable.
It really does. It really does, which is fun. Okay, so we've got 10,000 views on here. Give me some numbers about what the market caps might be for some of our favorite projects, or any other numbers that you can think of along that line, and then maybe take a stab at the total TVL or the total market cap for all of the Launchbags tokens together combined.
That's a difficult one. I don't really know, but I would say that it should be the TVL should be over $1 million
in 6 months for the whole thing.
Yes,
I think AI guy might be able to do that in 6 months.
Good. Then
10,000. Think about this. Okay, so match that with 10,000 people, right? So like Keck right now, I think is over 200,000 right now, right? And they've been around for like 6 weeks or whatever it is. And there's I don't know how many active users in their Telegram. We have 10,000 people watching this show. 10,000 people watching the show. Where do you think AI God just by itself could be? Considering obviously we'll have them on the show.
Just think about this. If we really have 10,000 viewers and each viewer is willing to spend $100, which is basically nothing once a MemeCoin starts getting traction, that will go immediately to 1 million TVL. So
on anything, whatever we drop tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So if we've got the first 10 will be out by then, right? We've got all the self-service tokens, so obviously we'll cover any of those that we think are fun or that we like or what have you, right? I mean, we could be pushing 100 million by then.
Yeah,
I know. See, does that make you uncomfortable? Makes me want to pee myself. but not impossible. Like the very few number of whales from Solana that need to pay attention to what we're doing and to realize that our little situation over here is going to have some momentum, right? Like if we have, I mean, if I don't know, 100 million is probably insane, but maybe 10.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, the only thing that, or what really scares me to do something like that is that once you have a decent trading volume, a decent TVL, and a decent market cap on the tokens, but it's still small, it's very easy for someone who with a decent capital to come and manipulate the market, and that is kind of scary, I have to say.
I mean, that's just the kind of universe we live in, though, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course. But with micro caps or tiny caps, it's easier to do.
Oh,
to
for
do it.
sure. I mean, that's. I mean,
Yeah.
we saw Bullshit was he trades the WUF pair on Solana pretty regularly, right? And he was watching the stuff that happened on this side where there was basically two accounts that were caused that like big major god candle back, a couple weeks ago, whatever it was, right?
Yeah.
And apparently there's like a few specific ones that kind of really actively mess around, and it really looks like all the kind of market making we've been talking about, where you can sort of hire people to come in and boost stuff or whatever. Like there's a lot of buying and selling, back and forth or whatever, but the net effect is pretty established on the buy side or what have you. So you could say that WUF is getting manipulated, but like, anyone really mad about that?
And come on, I think that you have to be very careful there with what you're saying.
I mean, I agree. I think manipulation is the wrong word.
No, yeah, exactly. I think that WUF is not being manipulated. Don't mistake market making for manipulation, because those are two different things. Market making is not only legal, but it's needed. Manipulation, that's illegal, and we don't want it.
I agree.
If you think about it, if you think about the bull token,
yeah,
what they do there by trading their own pair, buying and selling in the same transaction, like that's manipulation.
Yeah, I completely agree.
That's manipulation, but market making is something different.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I definitely concur. All right, so I'm gonna set up the bounty we're gonna run this weekend. We'll run the whole thing this weekend. We'll run it till the next show on Monday morning. And it's gonna be all about, can we could we get this show to 10,000 views in 6 months? I mean, it's not impossible. It's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
This is the other thing I'm like explaining to the people that, I'm gonna get the vast majority of the NFTs out for the Wiener stuff and the partner projects tomorrow. I actually convinced my wife to let me work all day tomorrow. But she's got stuff to do, so I'm still catching up, and we're gonna go out for lunch after this. So anyway, none of that matters. But I'm gonna get all those NFTs out to people tomorrow. And I had a great conversation with Bucha from PFP Wizard. He was like, "How do we send these things out? Like, can I do this thing for the raffle for the community?" And he's already kind of having the right ideas. And again, for anybody who's a partner project that's listening, the basic idea again is the community NFTs. We want to think about community participation or community ownership, right? So maybe you own some Nefty, or maybe you have some of the Uplift staking NFTs, or maybe we take a screenshot of the owners of Beats token and get a list of people who we want to send an NFT to, right? So there's not really any rules about it, but that's kind of what that side looks like.
Yeah, no, speaking of that, I published today a Medium article explaining how are we going to give bounty and community NFTs to Nifty holders, Betsy holders, and what's it all about. And we have a nice tweet out that if people retweet quotes, including this will be epic and their wax address, they will receive the first bounty NFT from Nifty Blocks. So I don't know if you have the tweet
I think I just
URL over there.
Let's go.
Yeah, it will be nice to share it and have lots of retweets there. We need this to be epic.
Yes. I mean, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. By the way, AI God hit another all-time high this morning. That blew my freaking mind. And seriously, like the fact that AI God is hitting an all-time high while Keck is fucking straight up mooning, right? That means that people are not selling AI God to buy Keck to get into the miners, which honestly wouldn't have been unreasonable, right? Like I was expecting some of that, but they're finding it from somewhere else. Maybe because they know what Dennis and now, you know, my other partner Tuttle are planning is going to be an epically big deal. I don't know, but like that to me is pretty exciting.
Yeah, but you know, I sold some Keck in the past, but I think that from now on, Keck is something I will not sell until I see it
like 10x,
at a very at least 10x,
right? That's
and you know, the same
way.
for AI God. I think the same, and maybe I'm totally wrong, and it will go to zero. I don't care.
Like the
but I'm not
deflationary
selling.
thing,
Nobody
knows. Nobody knows the deflationary thing yet. You watch CWIF. I think they're at like they're like a decent number of them, like amount burned, like 30% or some shit like that, right? I think what did he say? 27 billion, which is like 6% for Keck right now. 6, not 46, right? And so like just the amount of grind that's possible there is going to be really, really amazing. And it's pretty aggressive, right? Like the burn rate is not slow. So, you know, it's going to be really interesting to see, you know, how that all kind of shakes out. But yeah, I mean, that I agree. And again, like I've got too many of the miners, but I looking at some of the numbers or whatever, like I'm not 100% sure that I'm actually going to even like get into profit, like probably, but I don't really know. Because I'm stupid. But Bullshibbles and TC both liked it, the miners. So I'm like, fuck it, let's go to town. They're smarter than me, so I just went for it. But yeah, I mean that's basically like my dummy way of making sure that I don't really sell any until like July.
Yeah,
sort of like a way to sort
July,
of, you know,
come on, July is around the corner.
I know. You don't think like, dude, you don't think Keck can double in a few days? I tell you right now, it could.
Well, of course it could. I think the market cap is it's too small. No, not the market cap.
That means it'll go up fast. I mean, the smaller
Yeah,
the market cap,
that's what I mean. It can go up very fast.
Yes.
It's not unreasonable to think it can happen.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Not that I think about it happening all the time. Oh, wait, I do think about that. Okay, I do want to talk about what Crypto Alpha is doing. I love the freaking MemeCoin Fridays, man, because there's just so many things we can touch in on. So many of these projects are going to be doing bounties for the Wiener thing, which is really, really exciting. Wiener actually did one themselves, and by themselves, I mean I did it for them yesterday. I'm teaching them how to do all this stuff. So 42 of the community NFTs went out yesterday. There's a new bounty up for the Wiener bounty NFTs in there. I wonder, like, okay, so this coming week, I've had a few requests for it. This coming week, I'm gonna create the group that we can all talk in for launch bags, because I think it's time to have one single place where I can make sure that, you know, I'm going to find out what, you know, Chad or Martians are doing for their bounty, right? So like people can come in and spot like one, you know, pinned post where they can go do every mission if they want to like really grind all that stuff, right?
Yes.
So that'll be a really good excuse to do that. And again, it's been on me that hasn't happened yet. Just I ran into some you know, fucker trying to figure out how to make it work, and then everything just got, you know, too busy. But it's time, you know. I'll get on that. We'll get it.
Yeah, but to be fair, there's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of things to be done on our side. So I fully understand that you haven't created it yet.
Thank you. I mean, yeah. I mean, you and I are talking like all day, every day. You know how insane this is, and I know you guys are. I know you guys are doing as much as anybody. Is there any kind of updates we can give on the UX for like where the actual Launchbags website is?
Yeah, basically today, this morning I was testing the page to manage the content about the token, because in Launchbags there will be a place where all the token projects can create something with about their project, frequently asked questions, and so on.
Oh, cool.
There will be also a page with the fair launch, page with a lot of information like the token split, the vesting schedule, and so on. And we already have the first 2 pages there, and I was testing the CMS to create the token page, and it's okay-ish. It still needs some work, but I was also testing on the other side all the token creation, fees configuration, the vesting schedule, all of that, and that is working like a charm. We are only working on improving the UI, because right now we have a UI that it's perfectly fine for an advanced user. But what I want to do is, before we launch or when we launch, have a UI that it's really foolproof, that guides you step by step on how to create your meme token. And I think this will be ready mid-June. We should be ready to launch with everything. Maybe just after the winner coin, we will be ready to release the
beautiful
the Launchback's UI.
That's awesome. Maybe
At
when it
least the
comes
first
time,
version.
that's awesome. Maybe when it comes time, we can invite some of our partner projects to come in and sort of, kind of dummy test it for us and just kind of run through stuff and see if it makes sense.
Yes, that would be very good. Very nice.
Very, very good.
Yeah.
Cool beans, man.
Yeah. So
just like the whole self-service thing I've had in the past 3 days. I want to apologize to Bullshipples, because like we talk about, brainstorming all the stuff we're actually working on, all the time. But he's the one I send my insane ideas to. Sometimes one can attest to this. Sometimes I'll just kind of have an idea and be like, dude, we have too much. What are you doing? And yes, you're totally right. None of this stuff is going to happen. But I sent him, like in the past 4 days, I sent him 3 different ideas for tokens that could be launch, fire, and forget. So like the self-service thing could just be, this is a thing that exists. There's like an automated Twitter for it, yada, 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 right? Like maybe it moves, maybe it doesn't, who knows? But it's stuff that's possible, right? And just like, when people figure out that they can do that, and again, there's kind of bare minimums that are going to be required. There's going to be information that you need to put in there, like all the things to sort of give you some points, maybe not like a gazillion, but some points on the the rating system for MemeCoin awesomeness and safety.
Yes.
That's not getting old. I thought it might, but it's not.
No.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing, which makes me think, again, we're gonna get to the crypto alpha thing here in a minute, but I can't talk about the self-serve stuff anymore without immediately thinking about the mining. Because like it's one thing for us to launch a token every couple weeks with like big all of our kind of marketing chops and all the partner projects and stuff, which again, thank you to all the partner projects that want to be part of this. Like this is a lot of work for me, but it's fucking fun seeing everybody kind of come together to do some stuff. And I was telling, the first bounty that Wiener's doing is a tweet about crypto alpha, not about themselves, right? They're cool. Immediately flipping around to like, okay, there's like 10, 12 partner projects on the MemeCoin Mania thing, right? And they're using all of their bounty stuff for today to promote other people, which of course, like, it warms my heart, because I think that's just a fun way for people to do it. But now with the mining, again, like whatever the mining NFTs go for, or what have you, right? You're getting a share of 1% of every single token that drops on launch banks, including the self-serve tokens, vested over 12 months, right? And you could stack them, right? Maybe after 3 big launches, we launch it again, you can maybe buy some more, but those first ones just constantly gun, right? And the price of them always goes up, which is a neat little trick we learned from Brick Society and a couple other people. Just like the ramifications of that are like, it gets so big that I can't hold it in my brain anymore. And those are the things that are fun. And again, like my brain's not super awesome, but like the mining is such a good idea. Like all the other stuff,
mining will be cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
I had ideas that would make very, very good use of that stuff. Nothing even remotely as close to your mining idea. Not even close. It's just completely good. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
That's gonna be fun indeed.
So we got 67 people watching right now, 68, which means we're like 0.7% of the way there.
Okay, it will be challenging, but nothing we can't achieve.
No, it's true. It's true. And I think having and this was my first interaction with Beats, by the way. Beats, up the comments a little bit, was chatting about, hey, we can all, kind of make it happen together or whatever, right? That was like the third thing that he said to me, was something of that general effect. So I knew we were going to be buddies, which is awesome. But that's true. Like, I think, if this channel has a stated goal, and we're all working together to figure out or to expand things to where we have 10,000 viewers, and like everybody who watches this right now, you guys probably own assets for the projects that we're going to talk about all the time. So the more views we have, guess how your freaking bags do.
Yeah,
there's going to be a pretty interesting correlation there.
And I think it's really possible because we are creating the opportunities for people.
That's the idea.
If you think about this, you say, okay, 10,000 viewers, it's too much for Wax. It's a lot for Wax. But maybe it's a lot for Wax because the opportunities were not here.
Yeah.
So,
that's
if
how
the opportunities are here, then people will come.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, there's been games where there were 10,000 people playing back in the bowl, right?
Yeah.
And so it's not impossible for Wax to get there. They've been there before. And I think, like what we're building here, and the family of projects that are even, sort of friends of Launch Bags and Nefty Blocks and all that stuff, is just, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. If you build it, they will come. I'm posting this up there because it is entirely true.
Yeah, I tend to disagree with that one.
If you build it, they will come. Oh, I mean, if you build it and you don't tell anybody about it, they will not come.
Yes, exactly. That's the point, and we have to make sure that we're telling everybody.
Right. It means also the stuff with the megaphones and the yelling,
yes,
and the screaming.
Totally.
Going back to, if you guys didn't catch our episode, was it yesterday about OIG? No, yesterday was Simon from Sublime.
Yes,
Wednesday,
2 days ago. Yes, on Wednesday.
Yeah. We had
Wednesday
a good chat.
Tuesday, I don't even.
I think
remember.
it was Wednesday. Yeah, it was Wednesday.
Okay.
We had a really good chat about the OIG elections that are coming up for Wax, and one strong feeling, and I completely agree that having those people be able to talk to the guilds and judge the guilds based on the kinds of things they might be doing to increase the number of people that have visibility on the Wax space is really interesting. No megaphones, please. All right. Fair enough. I'll just stand on rooftops and scream moon, moon, like over and over and over again.
Yeah, but I think there is still one thing that it's in my mind with the OIG, because, by the way, someone finally submitted his candidacy for Inspector General. And the address is waxpepe.gm or something.
Oh, shut up. Like really? Yes.
Yes. But who is that?
It's Keck.
If it's Keck, he has to...
Because he's a non?
Docs himself. You cannot be an IG being...
That's what I figured. Yeah. I mean, I understand why people want to stay on, but... I've talked to Keck so many times. I wouldn't hurt my feelings if they dox themselves. And really, like it maybe not wanting to be part of any, I don't know, like some regulation that comes along down the road might feel risky or whatever. I don't think that's an actual risk at all. But not wanting to be around for the bear market like shenanigans. I don't know. Like there's a tons of reasons why people might want to stay anonymous, but I think it's better to be out there. Like I'm so proud of what Dennis is doing, what Megan and AJ are already doing and going to be doing for that stuff. No judgment if people want to stay anonymous, but it's definitely cool for the people that are willing to kind of put their name on stuff.
Yeah. I also prefer people who goes public, but everybody's free to stay anonymous if they want. There's true. No reason why they should be pushed into doxing.
Yeah,
only if they want, of course.
100%. And I mean, you can't like look at it. It's funny. I remember like, Keck, it's gonna be a scam. Blah 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 blah. All those people have shut the fuck up. I think they're in the top 10 now too. Like I think it's like 7 is Keck and 6 is Schipul. Like we got 2 buddies in the top 10 right now, which is the whole thing.
Yeah. No, it's doing good. I think meme tokens on Wax are doing okay-ish at the moment. We still have to see them 100x or whatever, but yeah, they are doing okay.
Yep. I think 100x. I think if AI got 100x, it'd be 7 million market cap. Which is pretty good.
7 billion market cap.
Million, not billion. I'm cool. I'm not that cool.
7 million market. Yeah.
Dude, if AI God hits 1 billion market cap, I'm just gonna have to come on this show and like probably cry or something. I don't even know. that would be. I can't even process that. But again, like projects have done it with memes that might not even be as good. So that's a whole thing. We'll have to hire. Create and hire a bunch of AIs to just do all of the MemeCoin type things for us 24 hours a day, which is entirely possible. I've talked to Dennis already. He's done some work. There's a project that he's like doing work for that wants to do AI influencer type stuff, right?
Yeah,
sort of create characters and do all that shit. So he's been helping them do that, and that's like core. We're very, very good at that with MetaMinds. Like we've already done it for somebody. So we can build those things, and it only gets easier to build them, and it only gets cheaper to run them. So that might be a thing that we see more of down the road.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I tend to dislike all of that.
I'll get used to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think even if it's getting better and better, I really prefer interacting with humans. I have to say.
I think it's going to actually be an opportunity for both, right? Because right now there's tons of automated posts on Twitter. Half of them you probably don't even know they're automated, so you have no idea, right? But I think the noise level is going to increase. It's gonna increase. I guarantee it. One of the products that we've got brainstormed for MetaMinds for probably a couple of years from now is going to be an AI that actually analyzes everything that comes into any one of your feeds for whether or not it's actually a human or something that you give a shit about. So it's going to be able to there's going to be an AI that's going to cut down the noise. It'll basically be a filter that you train that will basically cut that noise down. Because I think a lot of this is going to be AIs talking to other AIs. Like it's going to get
exactly. That's the point.
Get very noisy.
But and that's what I was going to tell you.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to tell you. That will be very fun for me, seeing an annoying AI contacting another annoying AI trying to.
If they're annoying, they're shitty. These AIs are like the ones that we build are very, very good.
No, you have to show me that because I haven't seen a non-annoying AI so far.
It's absolutely will.
Freaking annoying, and no.
We've got.
I really hate it.
We've got stuff that would pass the Turing test. You wouldn't even know.
Yeah. We have to check that out.
We will. I think that's a good idea. We should totally test it. You definitely need a trench coat. Matrix flashback. What? All right, yeah. So there's you go. Okay, AI God breaks 1 billion. I'm running naked down the street. I might have to do that as well. Actually, nobody wants that. I don't look good naked at all, but it might have to happen. At 1 billion, we'll load up the sailboat and sail away. Yeah, I'm gonna just hop on TC sailboat. I think that's what's gonna have to happen.
If that happens, I will have a big spinnaker with the AI God logo on my
face. Yes, like one of those big Code Zero.
Something like that.
Oh my god! That's
that would be amazing. Yeah.
Man, I might have to get I might have to. I don't know. I wonder if we could just create that with like an AI image or something like that. Because that's the dream. I want that like right on my wall over there, like that or launch bags or something like that's gonna be amazing.
Definitely.
When AI geometrics, we need to get them on. I don't.
But I think they are one of the partners for
no, they are. Right? They absolutely
are. Right?
Are.
They should join.
I might not have sent them the Calendly yet, and if that's the case, then I'm sorry. I totally should have done that like 2 weeks ago. But I'll get that done. We definitely want to have them on. because they're doing some really cool shit for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, the AI God logo spinnaker. I mean, just shut up. That's just
Yeah.
that's so good. All right, so MemeCoin Mania, boom.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's basically useful stuff anyway. Okay, so for any of you guys that don't know, Crypto Alpha is an app that you can basically run on Telegram, run by some very good friends of ours from NFT Stonkers. And what the I've mentioned it on the show many times. Sort of top level, you go in there 4 times a day. I think it's every 6 hours, and you can click mine and you get some points. Is that interesting to me? No, not at all. I've done enough clickers in my lifetime to not be interested in that. Here's why I'm really stoked about this. You get in there, you put your Wax wallet in, you put your Solana wallet in. So now, and your Twitter and your Discord, whatever. So now they're growing this database of the ability to link my Wax address and my Solana address, which is absolutely freaking amazing. Because now, like when we run collabs with them later, I can go find a Solana project and we can say, okay, like they can do missions on their thing, right? So you go into that app and like the mission to like increase your mining rate is to hold, $100 of a token on Solana, right? And I can benefit you on Wax now, right? Because we've kind of done those things. So we can take a snapshot over there, we can do something really cool over here, or vice versa. Like that the ramifications of that are going to freak people out. That to me is way more interesting than a bridge, right? Except like I love the fact that WUF is a bridge. Anybody else having a bridge, you don't fucking need it because you need like 10,000 friends over there before it's going to be interesting, right? But the ability to join those communities out to me is very interesting. So that's kind of where it's at. You can do missions. You can there's like a retweet mission. There's like owning NFTs or whatever, right? There's a bunch. You can go in and check that out. So, we talked to Mana, who's a guy running NFT Stonkers, and he asked us about, hey, should I run like a MemeCoin thing with, a bunch of different partner projects? And of course, you guys have met me. I was like, yes, we should definitely do that like a lot right now. And he did really quickly, right? So like a bunch of, our friends are in on this. We got the Martian guys, AI God, Uplift, and freaking Sublime is in there. ACK is in there. The Earwax podcast is in there. Not a MemeCoin, but they talk about meme coins that counts. PFP Wizard is in there. The chat is in there, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. So they're doing this big, huge mission where you can now go in there and like if you hold, I think it's like 200,000 Upliftium, boom, right? It's on there. But now, like I'm going to share this with Uplift, like all the Uplift community people, and now they could go in and like if they want to, they can basically do whatever it is the little thing to do to kind of get introduced to all these other projects. That kind of cross pollination and stuff like this it just warms my heart. I mean, honestly, that's what's going on with Wiener, right? At the end of the day, we got like 20 partner projects and all that stuff is going on. In fact, I wonder how long he's running this, and I'm wondering if the last few days we should run a Crypto Alpha thing with all of our partner projects. I'll ask him. They're pretty busy, so I don't know, but
yeah, but I think it's a really cool thing. I think being able to be exposed to nice opportunities on both chains, it's very cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I still I don't have a single. I mean, Russell's over there, and they're doing the whole Asvoria thing, and of course, I freaking love him to death. He's basically a sibling from another mother for sure. But I want to find actual token or NFT projects over there that we can befriend that are really cool and doing cool things.
Well, Taco also has a very cool project. The Monster Rooms sold out, and if you had a Monster Room NFT on Solana, I think it's already 2x from the initial sale. So I think it's cool.
Oh, for sure. But I want.
But we asked
them. We asked them if they wanted to partner with us, and they said no. So they're not my friend.
No, but I understand it. I understand the reasons.
I get it, and they're doing good things.
Yes, absolutely.
Nothing negative about anything that they're doing. My goal is to find projects that we can actually work with over there.
Yes,
and projects don't have to be cool. Obviously, Taco's been doing really amazing things for years. But yeah, that's sort of what I'm thinking about. Yeah. Yep. All right. So yeah, MemeCoin Mania. I'm going to share the link to this tweet actually out here. So if anybody wants to get in on it, they can. A lot of the bounties, the Wiener bounty, I had them share that out, and then so all that fun is going on underneath that. Here's one thing for people that are running projects. Beats, this might end up being useful for you. I had everybody in the Wiener Telegram channel just tag Megan and put their wax address next to it to kind of show proof of being in the community, right? So we could get some community NFTs out, which I did this morning. And she was just manually grabbing those wax addresses and collecting them. But I realized this morning I could just go in and copy the entire chat for the evening, like overnight. And I threw it into ChatGPT and I said, okay, here's what a wax address looks like. And also all of the text that comes right after the word Megan, those are all wax addresses. Please collect all of the wax addresses and put them in a, comma separated, no spaces. Boom, does it just like that. And then and of course, Megan was manually collecting them all. So I took her list and I brought it in there. I said, hey, are these two lists the same? Yes, they were just in different orders, which it picked up on, which is really cool. So that to me is huge. It means you can, do a bounty in your Telegram channel, like launch bags that we're going to use this. Like we're going to abuse it, frankly, because I think it's really cool. You can run, a community or a bounty thing, and we could run them concurrently in the same channel to one, right? So we could say, okay, bring your Twitter link in here, right? And then put the word bounty and put your wax address. I can then take the entire chat and tell ChatGPT only give me the wax addresses that come after the word bounty. Right?
Yeah, that's really
cool. It'll do it just like that.
Yeah.
So fucking cool. You can do that with MetaMinds also. Yeah, very likely. We don't have MetaMinds running in very many Discords right now, though. So it really only works where we have it running. I'm just using the paid version of ChatGPT right now. It's going to be interesting. Like AI God eventually is going to have a Discord. We'll run MetaMinds in there for sure. Like it's inevitable. Only it's not going to be MetaMinds. We're actually going to character base it as AI God itself, which is going to be a lot more interesting.
Cool.
And then we'll have all the tools and all that shit. Yeah, it's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping I can show you guys what Dennis and Tuttle are building like Monday. Like they're building it very, very quickly.
Okay.
Dennis is working on the front end right now. The back end stuff is mostly done now. Tuttle got most of that stuff done yesterday. It's fast.
Yeah, if they have it on Monday, that's really amazing.
I mean, even just probably not usable, but like if I could show some screenshots,
usable. I tried it a few days ago, and it was already usable. It was already playable.
True.
So
that's true. TC saw it. He hates it. He thinks it's terrible. Yeah, I had Bullshit Bulls testing it, and he was like, he just couldn't stop testing. That's how I know this is like sticky and this is really going to work for them. Yeah. Because I couldn't stop either. Like once you've kind of done the minting thing and the AI kind of helps you do it and imagines it and it all turns into an NFT, and it's like I just kept doing it. Like, do I need them? No, just kept doing it anyway. It was too much fun. All right, this guy's fired.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is dude that keeps coming into the Uplift Telegram or Discord. I just want
focus, Corey. Focus.
I know. I'm sorry.
Come on. I
just I'm the whole spinning plates meme. That's me. Like I have got I got a lot of stuff going on, and we'll do our best. Do our best. So I mean, we've had 100 people on before, right? So like that's
many more than that.
Right, but that's 1%. And if we're talking about tokens 100xing, like we can 100x the show. Let's go.
Yeah.
Especially like if we're doing bounties every day, which really like bare minimum, right? Like what are the actions that we would have to take to kind of get from here to there? And that to me, especially now that like I'm pretty good at bounty block and you can clone bounties pretty easily, right? Like am I not running one every day? Because then in the morning, I'm just sending out NFTs or whatever we have to send out to people, which is, I think, a lot. We're going to have stuff.
But You know what I see there? There's a limitation, because when we're doing bounties on Bounty Block, when we're using our social media accounts, we are reaching out to people who are already on Wax. And if we want to get to these 10,000 viewers, if we want to get to this market cap and TVL for all the Launchbacks tokens,
Yep.
we will need people from outside.
Why do you
And
think I want?
that's what we have to think about.
Yeah.
How
Why do you
are we
think
going to get people from Solana, from Ethereum, from Polygon? How are we going to get them to come to Wax?
We need for literally everybody to find people that they know that are running projects on other chains and get them the fuck on this show.
No. If they are running projects, we don't care.
What are you talking
Bring
about?
people who are degens.
Stop. You don't get degens one at a time. You get them 1,000 at a time. How do you do that? You befriend projects on other chains.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, so that's how I'm thinking about it. But is there a social media strategy that would? Well, I mean, it might even just be this simple. Post your Solana address on the thing, right? And we launch a token on Solana right fucking now, and or something, right? And that stuff matches up with Crypto Alpha, and we start giving people benefit for the stuff over there, and we just do that this week. Rock and roll. Like, you have to be on Solana to benefit from this, and we're constantly tagging Solana every day.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's think about it.
Even, like, honestly, like Bags or not Bags, Wuff, they just ask people for their Solana address all the fucking time. They're not even doing anything with it. They just ask for it. Like,
yeah, no, that I fully get it for sure. That's and that's good, but I think that, well, I don't know how many of the Solana Wuff holders you think are different from the Wax holders.
I have no idea. I just know that. Well, I assume that the Wuff whales are Solana based, but I don't know. I don't know. That's rampant speculation. I have no idea.
Yeah, and I think that's what has to change. We should not be speculating here. We should have numbers. We should have real numbers.
Somebody wants to go do some research. Threaten me with a good time.
But I think that's where we need your AI to do some research.
That's not a terrible idea. We've talked about just kind of brainstorming, how to use the AI skill set that we have right now to start analyzing blockchains. And I think we'd need to maybe chat with Jose for like a weekend, and sort of brainstorm how that might be. I mean, that's so far down our list right now. We got 2 minutes. Yeah. I think that we want to live off the land. Starting another project is insane right now. I mean, if we just make because I'm trying to figure out like what's the principle that we adopt, that we always adopt, that maximizes what you were just saying, because I do think you're right. Like, right? I would think like the entire Wax community is going to be part of Launchbags pretty soon. Like, that's honestly anybody that likes meme coins. If they don't at all, they're not, and fine, go play your game. Or whatever art stuff you're doing, that's fantastic. But if you like meme coins, you're going to be part of the Launchbags revolution. It's going to happen, right? It's inevitable. Which is fun. But going out and making it a part of like every single bounty, every single show, every single day, right? We ask people for their Solana address, or we're reaching out to or tagging Solana projects or whatever, right? I don't know. Like, I don't know what the best thing to do is. Even just if it's a hashtag or whatever, the address thing is just the perfect thing to do, right? Like, the Solana address, put it on there. Have we done anything on Solana yet? Nope. Are we going to? Yes. When? Right. But I mean, like, we can start, targeting. We could target bonk without asking them, right? Like, how much bonk do you have? Cool. There's going to be a claim link on Wax.
Yeah.
Right. We don't have to ask them, and crypto Alpha can start doing stuff like that too.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd love to do that for a CWIF, actually, not just because I own some. But I do.
You still own some bunk.
Yeah, no, I staked some for 6 months.
Okay, so on which meme tokens on Solana are you bullish on?
I don't know. I don't know anything about them.
Well,
I'm very bullish on
you're
CWIF.
holding Bunk, so you have to be bullish on
Well, yeah, no, but
Bunk.
I bought Bunk for a very specific reason, and I staked it for 6 months because I don't like staking stuff for a small amount of time. I just fucking went for it. So that's why, like, I own Bunk because of WUF, like
Okay.
1-to-1 ratio. That's why. I'm glad I bought it. It's like once I bought it, I actually started doing the research on it, and I have learned a lot, like a lot of how I'm figuring things out for Uplift and how I'm thinking about things long term for MemeCoins and like how we're running that stuff. All from Bonk.
Okay.
They just have a really interesting way of looking at all this stuff, and there's a lot to learn there. And then CWIF, I don't even remember how I saw it. I think it was Alcy was doing a bunch of posts on it. And you look at I mean, I just love the idea of cats fighting dogs as a meme coin thing. Like, that's just really cute. And it's the major deflationary token on Solana. They actually are doing a 4% burn every time. And they've burned a lot already. And their market cap compared to WIF is tiny. It's like very, very tiny. And I like to be there early, like real early. And that's where that is right now, right? Like the market cap, I think it's like a 50x or 100x. Don't quote me on those numbers, but it's big. Like if it matches WIF at any point, it's gonna be really, really good. So, and those are really the only ones I know about at all.
Okay, but good, because it's basically the ones I know about also. So
Okay,
it's okay. It's okay. I was wondering if
right. So I guess the other things that we could do, again, like without knowing anybody from those projects, and again, like anybody connected to CWIF at all, if there's anybody from that community that wants to come on the show, I want them on the show. I want to talk to you guys about it. I'm a huge fan. I own a little bit, and I tell people about it, whenever I can. It's really cute. But yeah, we could start a round of polls. Like, what's your favorite Solana meme coin? Freaking rock and roll. Put your Solana address down here, right?
Yeah.
And we can just start doing stuff. I think testing that stuff out. Like, if we collect a bunch of Solana addresses, or like run bounties where we collect them or what have you, which might be easier than trying to collect them off of Twitter. Whatever we do, right? And then run a snapshot where, okay, everybody who's doing this stuff, to get this stuff, you need to get on Crypto Alpha, so we can link your Solana and Wax address, and we'll get you some community NFTs for the next drop, just based on ownership of something on Solana. Nothing is stopping us from doing that tomorrow.
Yeah. Now that you were saying that, I don't see why the winner token could not go to Solana. I think that this would be an amazing token in Solana. People will love it there.
Yeah. I mean, so, I mean, what does that look like, though? How would we do that?
I don't know. Don't start asking, because I have no clue right now.
All right. So, like, I go back and forth on this, because I've talked to Dennis about this. Because he's like, hey, should we have some of our supply for AGOD, able to go multi-chain? And I don't frankly like that idea for a bunch of different reasons. It gets too complicated. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. You have just supply sitting around or whatever. Like, fine. But like, what if you created the Wiener token? Because people create copycat tokens on other chains all the time, right?
Anywhere, yes.
What if you were the one that did it and you just forked it? Everybody who owns Wiener on such and such a date is going to get 60% of the supply on Solana.
That could be an option. I don't know. I think it's something to really think about, but I don't know how it would look like. But what I like about Winner is that, come on, is there something easier on earth to make memes?
Dude, rock and roll.
I think it's the most memeable coin on earth.
Dude, even just on the GIFs alone, I had Megan tell people to bring back links of their GIF comment underneath the tweet for the bounty, right? And it's just like, they're so good. They're so good. People are starting to use their AI art and all that kind of stuff on them, which is really fun. Honestly, dude, Juan, forking is going to be the way. I'm gonna think about it more and talk to you about
Maybe. Yeah.
it. Like,
Yeah.
if you think that, because the second you start doing like, oh, a little bit of the supply, blah blah blah, whatever. Here's what we know. Never mind that they're only worth $40,000 each right now, or whatever the hell they are. Right? Bored Apes. Every single time they launch something, they basically said, "Hey, you own this, cool, you get this, and it's another part of our thing."
Yeah.
And like it's a valid discussion to talk about sort of inflation in the ecosystem, right? That's fine. But if you're going to a complete, total different chain, it makes sense for it to be its own thing, because you're gonna need your own team. You're like running it on a couple of different teams. Like
Yeah.
it's not. You're gonna need that much more marketing, right? It's like at least twice the work. And so just launching it, then you get to apply the simple rule, apply the bias for action rule, and you're fucking good to go.
Yeah. I think that could be a good approach indeed.
So wiener drop on Solana 4 weeks from now.
No, come on, Corey. Come on.
Well, and again, like if
Yeah.
it starts to look like it would work, right? We need to think about this way more. But I mean, I think launch bags on Solana is inevitable, right? And again, like we've got tons to do on Wax first. But if we're saying that the biggest way to get success for all of our friends' projects on Wax is to go after Solana and market there, then the speed with which we launch our first token or project on Solana should be 10x, right?
Yeah, I see your point. I can even agree with that. Yeah.
We should MVP it out. Like either way, like I think the simplest thing to do is what I talked about before, right? We basically say, okay, now the bounty, because I really should, as a target, and you guys hold me to this because you guys are going to help us grow to 10,000 views. We want to run a bounty every day, right? We're always going to have stuff with launch bags, to be giving out, right? Community NFTs or whatever. So there's always going to be something around that we can sort of benefit our community with, which is amazing. Like it's awesome that we are in that spot. So we run those every single day, and I have to ask for a Solana wallet every time, and then figure out a reason for that.
Yeah, but
Right?
but in the end, you don't need the wallets.
But like when
Why do
you
you need
ask,
the wallets?
here's why. It's kind of proof that they're on Solana, or that they went on Solana. Right? Like and those posts that are asking, like, woof, every single time they ask for a Solana address, they get like 600 comments. That's noisy. On Twitter, that is noisy inherently, right? Now we could just ask for a hello or whatever, right? But the part of the culture on Solana, like if you look at like anytime anybody's doing drops, oh, we're gonna drop this token, the first 1,000 comments with their Solana address gets it, right? And 24 hours later, it's there, right? So like this is part of the culture over there. So why fight the tide?
No, that's okay. I was just asking to educate myself. Don't worry.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it's good. We can do that.
and I
Yeah,
should always
we
have
will
to
do
test
that.
my thinking. All right, so
But no,
and
Corey,
really,
let's wait.
yeah. Well, no,
Although I like this because this is really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Going to Solana and having to succeed over there, that's something that it's
we don't even have to succeed. We just have to start. Right? Like we need to start. And because I completely agree that the way to 10x our audience, and we need to 100x our audience, which is very scary, but the way to 10x it is to start yesterday. Right? Like on Wax, we're going to get up to the point where we can get like 500 views, and we've actually done this before, right? Like we've got videos with 1,500 views on them, right?
Yes,
which is fine. That's just from Wax, or primarily from Wax. But getting to that point where we can do that, and we have, again, living off the land, right? Crypto Alpha, we've got the ability to match Solana and Wax addresses in a really fun and cool way. Partnering with them on something for whenever we do that. And in the interim, we could just start telling people, like, post your Solana address under here, share it out, tag somebody that who really loves the project on Solana, and fucking rock and roll.
Yeah.
Cool. Good talk.
That's
And then grind, right? Like every day. like, you know, once we start, if that's our goal, and all you guys here brainstorm this, right? Just like pointing at the comments, like you guys could see me do. Like, by the way, there's 100 people watching right now. Thanks, guys. All of you guys are sharing. Freaking love you guys. By the way, watch at Nefty Show. I'm going to pin this weekend's bounty. You know, it'll run all weekend until Monday. Everybody's going to be earning bounty NFTs for the Wiener Drop. It's going to be awesome. There's a referral system. I highly recommend using the referral system. There's a couple people that are going to get 3 instead of 1, which is awesome.
And additionally, please, Corey, share again the Nifty Blocks tweet, because if you retweet that one quoting this will be epic and your wax address, you will also get a Nifty Blocks bounty NFT for the winner fair launch.
Now I gotta find it. Is it just on the Nifty Blocks Twitter?
I don't. Yes, it's on the Nifty Blocks Twitter.
It should be.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'll find it.
Yes, of course. Otherwise, let me find it for you. Let me find it here.
Yeah, I got it.
You have it?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna retweet it actually. Boink, boink. And did it not copy? It did. Okay, cool. Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I want ideas, guys. If you see any Solana projects that, you know, get your attention, try to figure out how it got your attention, and if you like anything about that, I need to know, and we can start doing that. Because again, you know, if we end up getting 1,000 people from Solana that are paying attention to this show, and you've got a project or you own any part of a project on Wax, what do you think's going to happen? Good things. I'm making that.
I hope so. I hope so.
Fuck hope. Let's grind.
Yes, you're right. Fuck
yeah.
hope. Let's grind. Yes.
I mean,
yes.
It's a solvable thing, right? Figuring this out breaks no laws of physics. So it's just a matter of how. And honestly, like, dumber people than the 103 group of us right now have figured this out, probably on a number of occasions. So then it's just work, right? What's working? Like, what's the direction of the current of the flow right now? How can we go with the flow and match it with our, you know, community values? Because sometimes shit's going on that I'm never going to do it, right? It's like there's some stuff that works in meme coins that is going to be other people, not me, because it's just stupid. Whatever, right? Like if it doesn't include any kind of you know, community building, and it's really just like a pump and dump, other people can do that. It's not a fun game.
Yeah, but you know, I wonder, for example, on Ethereum, the largest meme token there is Pepe.
Mm-hmm.
How did they become so successful? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't researched the. I mean, and this has been interesting. Like, I'd love to task an AI with going through, like, if you could figure out how to make it go through, like, if it's got a Discord, I want it to run through every single Discord announcement and give me a history of what happened when, right? What did their milestones look like? What were they
creating
doing
a timeline.
Time? Yeah, right.
Yeah,
and honestly, we could even make a custom GPT with that data, and it could then tell us, okay, I'm in the first week of a meme coin. What should I do? And it would know.
Yeah, that could be very interesting indeed.
We just need the data. So if there's any like Telegram or Discord or Twitter wizards,
well, I think that's information that you can get from Twitter.
But you probably need to run the API though, right?
Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, we've got, and this is still on the workbench. We haven't really tested it a whole bunch, but to get around the API, we actually have an AI that'll run your computer for you. So it could literally just grind all day, right? It'll just go back to the very first tweet and then go tweet by tweet by tweet up the profile.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's all possible. We can even do it with screenshots, which is nuts, but I think it'd make more sense to have it just reading the thing. Yeah, man, I'd love to see that, just because that, you know, we know that many projects have done this, and if we did it for Pepe on Ethereum, we could do it for Bonk. We could do it for, you know, you imagine we did it for the top 10 meme coins of all time, and it ran sort of a longitudinal history of it, and we had all of that data on a custom GPT, which you can do, and it's just gonna, it'll be the expert in a way that no human ever has been.
Yeah, that could be really cool.
That would be really cool. All right, I would talk to Tuttle about this right now, but she's very, very busy. I can't wait till you guys see this game. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So,
Yeah.
Happy Friday, everybody, and happy MemeCoin Friday, because MemeCoin Fridays are better than normal Fridays.
Oh,
fuck off!
Oh,
really?
Come on, let's check that graph.
No way.
Let's check that chart. Come on.
What
Where
the
is that?
shit? Holy fuck!
I haven't seen it yet. Wait.
Holy shit! What is happening? I think somebody from Solana just heard us. Look at that shit.
Oh, wow. Nice.
That's not an all-time high. That's a fucking like baby god candle is what that is. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, not a candle like that, but that's like that launch candle is always going to show up as like completely massive. If I'm not mistaken, to match, because we're like really similar to the KEK price right now, but if you match the supply, we're at a quarter of the market cap with the AGOG. So we need a 4x to even match where KEK is. We got another 6 weeks. Corey giggled like a schoolgirl. I think you're right. I think I did do that, and I regret nothing. Oh shit. So fully diluted valuation is 1.2 million. Is that right? That doesn't feel right.
No, it might be right.
Market cap is 77,000 for what's out there, but the circulating supply is total. No, that doesn't make any sense. Right?
No, but maybe
circulating supply is total, and the total supply, these should be the same numbers.
Well, I think it's because you're checking it against wax.
Oh yeah. I'm stupid. That was the problem. My stupidity is the problem. Yeah, 77,000 on both. Yeah, that's why. I'm an idiot. Good talk. Okay. So that's Happy Friday.
Yeah, this is MemeCoin Friday.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll tell you this right now. I'm gonna be using some of my AI I got in the game, but like you need to keep some of this stuff like in a place you can't find it. Because 6 months from now, this is going to be a different story. It just will.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if we're going to succeed or a lot or a little, but it won't be zero. Right? Like, as far as like, the increasing the number of people watching the show, which I think is actually going to correlate pretty strongly with, the number of people in our ecosystem, which is only going to kind of expand, the things that we're doing, right? It's going to be good. And I think I'm glad that you sort of did the redirect on Solana thing, because, if we're going to keep talking about it, we have to do it. I'm not, as you well know, I'm not going to keep talking about an idea and not execute on it, because I don't know if you knew this, but ideas are dog shit. Execution is everything.
Your idea sucks.
My ideas are great. Some of them are insane. Some of them are genuinely insane.
No, I know. Once I attended it was a meetup, and it was called "Your Idea Sucks."
Oh, really?
In the end, what it was is that your idea is worthless. What really matters is the execution, how the action you take to make that idea something real.
Yes. Yeah. And again, like I 100% stole that from Gary Vaynerchuk, in case anyone is reminded by that and thinking that I made that up. I did not. It's his all day long, but it's true. I've seen it be true all the time. It's like anybody who's out there on Twitter going like, "Oh my God, they stole my idea." No, you fucking suck at execution. You weren't first or best.
Yeah, but you have to be very careful, because a good idea with a poor execution might do okay.
Yep.
But a bad idea with a good execution might break you. might
It's
bring
true.
you to zero. So yeah, you
No,
have
no,
to be very careful with
that's
ideas.
that's very, very smart. Well, and again, this is why you MVP, right? Like
Yeah, yeah,
I've had teams that want to create an idea and then expand it over 6 months. I'm out. I'm done. Because you don't even
yeah,
know if the first little bit's gonna work, right? If you're not MVPing and you're not releasing that right now, like the smallest possible working part that can test your
yeah,
idea, I'm out. Completely out. I don't care. Doesn't matter. Now, are there
yeah,
teams that have built that way? Yes. They've got like 10 million in the bank. They can afford to take very, very long bets and have very big
yeah,
things in organizations or whatever, right? In this space, we're not like that, right? So you MVP it and you MVP it quickly. Because again, your idea might be fucking terrible. And you can always find out, right? You can
yeah,
test it with your friends. I think the kind of mastermind like groups that we've created with some of our project friends and stuff
yeah,
are so unbelievably valuable. Like you can talk to people in this space anytime, and they will talk to you about whatever idea that you have. And you can sort of run it by people that are really excited about lots of stuff in this space, and you're going to get feedback that is worth gazillions. So
yeah.
yeah, execution is everything. Nobody gives a fuck
Execution
about
is
your idea,
everything. Yes.
so that's fun.
Yes.
I can't believe I'm still looking at the AI god. It doesn't even make sense. I can't even. Oh shit. Oh god, thank you.
Okay,
I gotta do
what happened?
the AI god snapshot, but I made it for 1 o'clock. So I was thinking, oh my god, did I make that for noon? But I
Ah.
didn't. So yeah, top 200 AI god holders, top 100 and top 30 are all going to benefit. Those Tesseract packs that went out. If you're in the top 100, you're going to get one. If you're in the top 30, you're going to get two. And for the top 200, you're going to get a little mini resource pack. And those resource packs are going to get blended to do all sorts of shit. Those NFTs are going to be necessary to add in the blends with AI God to get into some of the stuff that Dennis and Tuttle are building out. So anyway, that
Cool.
stuff is happening today. I'm probably going to do I'll probably send them out tomorrow just because my wife wants to go have lunch and fuck all you guys. We got to get some stuff done here. To whoever decided to whale into AI God on a Friday afternoon or morning or lunchtime, whatever time it is right now, thank you,
Thank
because
you very much.
it's a great feeling.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Oh shit, that's really good.
Yeah.
So okay, we got 7 minutes before our hour and 15-minute fake hard cap. But so Beach just said all my A God is at LPs. I wanted to talk about this a little bit because I think I get so many questions about this so often, and there's no perfect way to do it. But here's something that I'm finding myself, and one I think you'll probably agree. So I went super heavy into the miners on Keck. And again, like I don't know that was the smart thing to do. I regretted it almost immediately, not because I don't think it's going to work. I think it is, but it's not the best thing that I can do. I've got some in LPs. I think I should have kept more of my bag just free, just sitting there, not doing anything, right?
Yeah.
Because of course, every time you move it, there's the plus or minus. And the being in LP tokens is good. You're sort of earning from that, right? Especially if there's farms, right? You can earn from the actual LP pool activity volume itself, and you can earn from whatever farms are around. But there's always the possibility that it can moon significantly versus whatever token it's paired against, right? And then you would have made more by not having it in there, right? That's always the thing.
Yeah.
So I really feel like adopting for myself like a yes and kind of all of the things, right? If you can hodl, if you can be an LP, if you can be taking part in whatever these projects do to kind of send their reward tokens back out, right? Like the Keck miners and this completely bonkers thing AI God is doing, whatever, right? Like all these tokens that are going to have rewards accumulating
Yeah.
based on volume or whatever, right? I kind of want to be like almost equally, maybe even in all of them. And if I had to pick less for one, it might be LP, just because it's a little riskier, maybe not necessarily, depending, right? If you're in two tokens that are both going up at the same rate, like that LP, a pair is going to look fucking fantastic, right? It'll look really good, but you never know, like that. You can't really
Yeah,
decide
you
how that's
never
going to go.
and what happens is that I think that an LP it's something that it's very good if you get in early.
Can you say
If
more?
you get in early, what happens is that if you get in early and the token starts going up in price, then that means you bought one side cheap and the other side, for example, if the other side is USDT, you will see basically both go up as the token is more traded and starts going up in value. But if you get in late to a liquidity pool, you won't be able to make as much. And it's the same as you said. You will might be able to make more if you hold the token, but if the pool is incentivized with some rewards, then you might be better off in the pool. So
it
yeah,
can still be
it
can still be better. Like it's almost impossible to sort of like do the math perfectly, but you're totally right. Which again is why like we don't know, and so like that to me makes me think, okay, I gotta spread my risk around in as responsible a way as I can, my own like degen proclivities notwithstanding, because I have them. It's a thing. But yeah, it's interesting, and really like any LP pool that you're in right now with an active team, it's fucking early, in my humble opinion. All of them, like there are none where it's late, like at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless
I no longer do liquidity pools.
Like at all?
At all. No. Yeah, I'm lying. I still have some liquidity in Nifty pools, but that's it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. It's funny too. Yeah. I might as well share this. So we talked to everybody about doing AI God farms or what have you, right? And there's going to be more of those. But I had been doing a bunch of farms with Keck. We had like a massive one with Keck and Lithium because I think that was like one of the first collabs that they did or whatever. So it was pretty spicy for like a month. So of course I went to Keck to, hey, like, do you guys want to do one with AI God? Originally that was the idea. And then they decided not to, and they didn't say why, and they don't have to, but here's why they did it. They've got a bunch of stuff out there that you can buy for wax, and they're using that wax to buy their own token off the market. What do you think that does to price? What do you think that does to price if there's less liquidity? Or if they're not, like they're now sort of incentivized not to constantly be adding liquidity because they can basically increase the TVL by increasing the price, which is interesting. Again, like, is that an official thing? No, I'm correlating those two things in my own brain. Maybe they're connected, maybe they're not, but
yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, right? 'Cause like if you knew that you had a function where you were pulling in a bunch of wax for something that you were doing for your project, and you said half of all of this wax is going to go to buy the token back, would you also want to spend a ton of energy incentivizing the LP if it was kind of good enough, right? Like if it was in the range of the top 10, top 20 projects, do you need more? Not really.
Well, yeah, I fully see that. The thing is that I don't like buyback programs that much because they might sound very good, but in the end, what you're doing is that you're concentrating the token back
everything he's doing is going into
wallet.
Everything he's doing is going into the rewards pool.
Yeah, and that might be fine. That might be fine.
Yeah. To me, that's a spicy cycle to me.
Yeah, if everything is going into the rewards pool, that's fine. Yeah. But that's not what happens with every team that it's doing stuff like that, like buying back or
right, because they want to actually just kind of have. I can't imagine buying that back so that I could own it. Like, why would I do that? What's the point of that?
You're artificially pumping the price, and then you can dump the token if you want.
Oh, see, this is the thing. I don't even understand what pump and dump sounds like. It sounds so dumb. It like so short-sighted, right? And again, like I guess if you are a complete asshole and you don't know how to build a community and you don't want to because you literally hate everyone, then fine. Like maybe that's your game. But it's just so like it's just such a stupid way to make money.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I agree.
I'm too Canadian sometimes, man. Like I can't even understand people being assholes. It doesn't make sense to me.
You're too Canadian.
I guess. It's funny. all the stuff, there was some news in the United States. I'm not going to get into it. You've probably seen it or whatever yesterday. But I was talking to Russell about it, and Russell is just like so Pollyanna about like what this might mean for the United States. Like maybe everything's fine. And of course, he hasn't met the Supreme. He was so Canadian. He's just like so trusting and positive. And like, oh man, you need to live in the United States for a while and just get that beaten the fuck out of you. But maybe that's why I love hanging out with the Wax community, because the baseline feels like everyone is pretty much trying to do the right thing and trying to build stuff, for the long term. And I really love that.
Yeah, that's cool. Indeed.
For sure. Since I'm a startup, I use my gain to get CPU and RAM to build my collection farm. So that just makes sense. Because there's that cost, right? So figuring that out, you're basically just like putting things back into the expenses of the actual project.
Yeah, but you have to do that with some caution there.
Yeah.
Because, of course. Just think about this. At Nifty Blocks, we had, let's say that we had around 500,000 wax staked to pay for CPU for people who uses Nifty Blocks, and we still have more or less that.
Okay.
But we bought that at 40 cents.
Yeah.
Now the price is 6.
So it's not 40 cents.
So be careful, because you can be doing a lot of cool stuff, but you might also be
maybe, that's always a possibility.
If you buy right now, it might be okay because it will go up.
It's 2 cents off the bare bottom. I mean, come on. Wax is not going to only go up by like 50% this year, which is where it's at right now from the total bottom. I know the total bottom because I had to sell all of mine at the total bottom, and I still heard about it. It was very sad. Now we're rebuilding. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Sigh. Wax is going to do all right this cycle. Is it going to hit $1 again? I don't know. But I'd put a very decently large bet that it's going to hit more than 40 cents. I just think it will. Juan's like, maybe, fucking baby.
I don't know. If it does, great. If it doesn't, it's okay.
Yeah, TC stacking for next cycle.
Yeah, that's also fine.
This is the way.
Yeah.
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 I was thinking something about something that I could do that was literally designed to not benefit me personally until the next cycle, not 25, but 29. Which, interestingly enough, 2029 is right around when the singularity is supposed to start, so that's fun. Or no, that's not the singularity. I think that's later on. But Kurzweil said that's when AI was gonna reach human level intelligence, and that's I've met people that are way dumber than AI right now. So. A lot of people. I live in Florida.
Yeah, too many.
Whew. So, cheers again, guys. 124 people watching right now. Keep an eye out. Right after this, I'm going to launch the bounty for this weekend. I'm going to have a tweet up. It's going to say, tag your favorite Solana project. It's going to say, add your Solana wallet down there. It's going to have a bunch of bounty fucking shit, which is really fun. And maybe I'll actually get people to follow CWIF and try and get their attention that way, just because I love them and they're really cool.
Oh yeah, that could be very, very nice.
Right. So I'm gonna explore and sort of see if I can find some ways for us to really dive into this, get us to 10,000 people and create some connections with Solana idea, right? And you can tell me if you think it's dumb or better or whatever. Of course, we've never tried this before. I'm just going to force myself to just do something, and then we'll figure out what's better next time. That's going to run all weekend. There's going to be a referral program attached to it. I highly recommend you use it because people that are higher up in the levels of that are going to get more than one bounty NFT from us on Monday. There's 2 people that are getting 3 from me today. There is 10 people that are getting 2. So they were the sort of, it's pretty cool. Anyway, so I'll have that pinned on the Nefty Show Twitter inside the next 10 minutes. So and get on that crypto alpha thing. I think it's a great way to get introduced to some projects that are really freaking fun on Wax.
Yeah.
Somebody just sold some. Which again, like if somebody's gonna like moon a candle like that, it only makes sense to do that. You know, especially if you're doing like the swing trading stuff or whatever. Anyway, that's gonna get eaten up now. I mean, dude, if this becomes the floor now for AI God, and we don't know what's gonna happen, like at all, right? Like
You never know.
If it did though, that'd be pretty cool. I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Anyways, all right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us all week. Thank you so much for supporting all the projects that come on the show and that are partnered with AI God and Wiener and Nefty and Launchbags. And thanks for sharing all your good ideas with me. We'll do what we can.
Yes, and spread the word. Invite people to join the Wiener launch.
Let's go.
Let's make that big.
And again, this week I'm getting the Launchbags Telegram channel started so that I can bring in all of the missions from all of the 20 projects. I was thinking about doing that anyway because like I'm gonna need it, right? Like I want to earn from all of them and get as many tickets as I can. Anyway, so we'll have all of that stuff. Everybody who shares their project mission with me, and I'll try and go find them all too. I'll have them in the new Telegram group for Launchbags where people can actually talk to each other, which is a thing. Anyway, Juan, give me that beautiful tooth. There it is. Boom.